But to this, now, Deputy Prime Minister David Seymour recently sat down with One News journalist John Campbell for a lengthy interview. But it was the first 2 minutes of footage before the interview began that grabbed my attention. David Seymour, you could say, went on the attack, accusing John Campbell of calling him a C word within 10 seconds of walking in. And right behind him was his staff member with a camera filming the exchange and the entire interview for the ACT Party's social media channels. Have a listen to this.
Howdy. How are you? I gather you were surprised we'd accept the interview.
I didn't say that.
I gather you used the C word in reference to how we were supposed to regard you.
I don't think I did that.
Oh,
Come here.
fair enough. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. You just want me here?
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Nice to see you.
You too, John.
Thank you. Thank you. What was that? What was that about? What was that little arrival about?
Well, I was just surprised to hear from my staff that you'd said that word. I mean, I know you've been surpassed more recently, but I just found it interesting.
It was, yeah. So are you playing to Andy here? Was that for social media?
No. I'm not playing to anyone. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah. I just want to come back to that arrival. Because I think it was just an odd way to arrive. It was a kind of bristling, slightly alpha way to arrive.
Really?
Right. Yeah, I suppose saying hello, how are you, and all of that. Now I'm surprised that this is being kind of weaponized. Is that what?
No, not at all, John. Just you know, I was just having a bit of banter. Now, if you'd like to start your interview, we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of banter.
Well. So there you go. It's quite a watch. So that, by the way, that was edited. It was a 9-minute clip. I'll start with you, Dan, first. What do you make of this choice for a political party to run their own media?
Well, it's not unique to that interview. Both the ACT and New Zealand First parties, they film Bridge Run every single day at Parliament, and they just film the press stand-up. They publish the whole thing on the media. ACT's one's called David versus the Media, and they have softened their headlines, but initially it was David Seymour destroys journalists asking woke questions, and it is a deliberate strategy that the ACT party voter base likes seeing the leaders fight with journalists, so they're doing it, and it has changed the behaviour in terms of definitely David Seymour and Winston Peters, who are being filmed, are much more keen to start an argument. If you ask a dumb question, they instead of just being like, oh, that's not a dumb question, move on, they'll argue with you over it, and it is causing journalists to like second guess their questions, and you do have to be better prepared. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but it is a very deliberate strategy, and it is changing behaviour in the press.
Isn't it interesting, reminder? Well, you're a journalist. The stakes have been upped.
Yeah, it's very I felt that was very performative.
On whose behalf?
Maybe the ACT leader, because
I also heard a clearly rattled John Campbell.
Yeah, he was. I think he covered it well, but he was obviously rattled. And it is quite, we're used to, as a TV reporter, I'm used to, controlling it. In one way, I'm like, yeah, there's nothing to see here, so let's show it. But when you look at the comments, I mean, hundreds of comments on their YouTube, and it's playing to his supporter base. It's, woke John Campbell, and it's really good to finally see like the real truth behind all of this. When really we edit those kinds of interviews because of duration, because we don't have 45 minutes to screen something. So in one way, it's good because you get to see behind the veil, if you like.
What do you reckon, Tracy? Has this changed since you've been in Parliament?
It's escalated. So it is a deliberate act. It was a deliberate strategy, and probably started around for New Zealand First, probably around 2011.
In what way?
They brought on people that actually said, listen, there is a way that we can gather data. There is a way that we can actually use algorithms. There is a way that we can, through using surveys. Do you think, right? So first of all, it's a survey about something that doesn't actually exist, but would you vote for it or vote against it? And of course, what that happens is then if you answer that survey on Facebook, you've now become part of an algorithm that the party can use to reach out to. So both of the minor parties jumped on this bandwagon.
Wow.
And so when we're talking about ACT and we're talking about New Zealand First, and I have no doubt that the others do as well, but I'm just talking about
Right.
those. So what you're seeing, and of course Winston and David are chasing the same market, and that's sort of New Zealand First has switched to the market that they're chasing from what was traditionally sort of seniors to now those that feel more disenfranchised. And recently an ACT MP said to me, well, we're going to have to, it's us against New Zealand First at the coming election for that market. So what I saw when I watched the John Campbell interview was, one, David is rattled. David Seymour is rattled. Something has rattled him. He was much more, he didn't care before what people's opinion was when he went to his 5%. He really cares now. And he's being much more aggressive about it. So yeah, I thought it was really, really interesting. Something's rattled him.
Bryony?
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating to watch.
Isn't it?
It is. Even as a person that sees behind that. But yeah, 2011. That's astounding that it's been going on for that long. But yeah, like you say, Tracy, I would agree. The disinformation, the conspiracy theory, they're playing into all of those things, aren't they?
There you go.